These are not the trains you're looking for. But this is a good example right here, though. Tonight we're doing a speed build. We're also doing a continuation of details on the switcher. We're starting to get into what we need for doing electrical, lights, batteries. Yeah, welcome back for this week. Brad, of course, buddy Joe.
Hello, I'm
Yeah.
Joe. It's like that song. I got a wife, 3 kids, and I work in the button factory. It's more or less true because I do work with computers and I push buttons all day. So,
And I work in a kind of a factory, actually, machining parts. So yeah,
it works.
So it works. See, we got quite a bit going on tonight. Think about it. So sit back, grab a drink.
What do you got? Rum and Coke over there?
I got root beer and rum tonight.
Oh, okay.
So grab a drink, sit back. We're going to try a couple different new things tonight.
It's a Coca-Cola Dream World Limited Edition, 0 sugar, dream flavored. All of your dreams come true when you drink one of these.
Yep, right there. Limited edition, just remember that.
Yes. I don't know. It's got a little bit of a unique flavor, but it's not like bad.
Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Just remember, if you like it, they're going to get rid of it in a week or two. So, yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
What happened?
All right. Disclaimer, before we actually really start. If you are a true Lego enthusiast, you hate seeing Lego being cut and stuff like that, turn the video off now. Some things, jump to the next one, go back to the last one, wait to the next one after that, then go to that. Yeah, do that.
We'll link some random video above just for you to click on. That's
exciting. Yeah, exactly. Some things will get harmed tonight, so just putting it out there. We don't want to see anybody cry for the wrong reasons, basically. So, anyway, we do have quite a few things to cover. I want to do a shout out to 4 different people actually. Brent, we are actually going to show off some of your stuff later. The Keebler brothers that I work with, you know who you are, Jay and Joel. And Adam also. Hey, dude. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Keep watching. We appreciate that. Invite your friends. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
I think we might have to do some field trips or something because I'm going to continue on that shout out. Brent and Adam. I don't know the Keebler brothers. They're Brad's.
That's who I work with. Yep.
Brent and Adam both make some awesome trains. Brent's got the Amtrak.
Yes, he does.
I'm sorry. Slip of the tongue, not Amtrak. UTF Front Runner.
Front Runner.
My bad, sorry. And Adam's got his breast cancer awareness engine.
Yes.
So it seems to me like we've got a field trip coming up at some point.
We have a few field trips. We probably even have maybe some guest hosts we could actually bring in.
Yeah.
So yeah. So definitely. We like the ideas. Keep them coming. We love the comments too. So we just need to answer some of them back. See, tonight, go ahead. You want to cover what you want to do for a second?
So I'm going to get this started here, and I'm going to make a little bit of crinkle noise. I'll bring the volume down real quick. All right. Now there's no real crinkle noise since I'm working right here next to the microphone. Tonight, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to have the build cam come online here in 1 second, and I am going to puzzle build this caboose. One of the things that I've thought about for BrickSlopes this next year. Maybe not quite as pushed as hard as the mini mod contest.
Oh, yeah.
Is seeing if people would be interested in, not a contest, but interested in doing a caboose train.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we just get 20 people or whatever and make a big old train of cabooses.
Hey, that is awesome.
I've got 3 or 4 myself.
And even I've seen them with I've seen lugs actually do it with their logo on the side and stuff like that. So like even lugs can do it, not just individuals too.
Now I'm gonna have to build 2 more cabooses. One with the U of U and one with the BYU, just so we can get that rivalry happening.
There you go.
All right. That's right.
All right, so we got it on. He's gonna start that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over a few items here. We're continuing on with this switcher train here. So for tonight, I want to show you some of the details that I've put in it. There's like I've mentioned before, there's tons and tons of configurations, years that go different by sizes, all that stuff. So whatever you, if you try to find a picture of this, you won't find an exact picture. That's all I'm saying. But I picked out some of the features that I really liked on it. So
And you did model that after a real one.
I did. I added a few things that the real one didn't have. And it has a little different color scheme, but that's okay. This is what I've got so far, as you can see. Not too awfully bad. Got most of the details that I want in there. So from last time, I just kept building, kept building. I've actually ripped this apart twice or 3 times between the last video and this one to get the details in. I know. I'm still missing some things that I want, but we need to move on. So I'm going to take this apart to show you how I did the details. Okay, for instance, got my caps on there. This on this end. Oh, even though I built to scale, one of the things that I did do is I took it apart. I made it 1 brick longer. The whole thing, I stretched it so I could actually get a brick, one of those modified bricks on the end, because I didn't have space for that right by the battery cover, okay, or battery box. So did that. Made my little little hatch in there, so you reach in, turn the battery on. Now to get these panels for the detail on the side, this is what I did. This is the part where it's like, yeah, true Lego person would already be cringing. But this is the secret. So I had to use the brackets, which are really thin, to get the tiles up there. Well, a normal plate won't fit in there, be too wide. So this is where you get base plate. Now, this isn't Lego, so this is a good opportunity to run down to Walmart, get the cheap stuff. Works just as well. And get some shears. All you got to do is
or bandsaw.
Or a bandsaw.
That's what I use. Bandsaw.
Because this is how I did the paneling on the inside to help hold those grates in place. Actually, just grabbed it. It cuts easily with shears or a bandsaw. Easier with the bandsaw, actually.
Bandsaw just might cut your finger off.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
But that's all it is to help hold that detail on the side. Okay? So I had to do that on both ends in order to get everything where I wanted it. That's one of those little secrets that people don't tell you about. Anyway, that's
right. We'll let you in on our secrets.
Yep.
We're not hoarders.
Definitely will do that. So that's how I got the detail on the sides, like I did. Stretch the overall length, one brick. That's why the cab is now 6 versus 5 wide. Also worked out for my windows because I couldn't find a 3 wide that was tall enough that was actually in existence and wasn't super expensive off BrickLink. the way it looks. Now I'm starting to do the air tanks underneath. Got them on. So I think that is actually a good place. Probably end this build as far as actually trying to get detail into it. I could probably get a couple more items, and I might later. Now I'm ready to actually start doing electrical. So with that, we have, I'll go over just the short version, but if you want we're going to do another video that goes more in depth of what you need. So just check up on that. The link will be right above, maybe below. It all depends.
I remember to put it in the description. You can go there.
That too.
And then we'll also put it above.
Yes. But with what you need to know is you need a battery box. Pretty simple, electrical. All electricals this way. You need some sort of power supply battery box. Okay. Have a couple different options. You gotta have your wiring that comes off of your battery box. Then you gotta have your lights. Okay. Well, your lights, depending on what you get, these ones already have the little resistor in them. They're already made to go from the 9 to 12 volt. So that will go with the standard Lego battery box. Whereas if you get the super duper mini LEDs or anything that is off brand or off voltage, you'll have to get some resistors. So you'll have to have the resistor go in between the battery box and the light. So I'm trying to show the order it goes in just by going like this. Like that. Battery box, electrical, resistor, and a light. Okay, that's the basics of it. Then you'll have to have power tools from there. This, like I said, we'll get more into this. If you want me to explain more about all the different options, check out that link. So, where we're at. How are you doing, Joe?
Not so good. I'm trying to remember how I did this, and I'm trying to remember it.
Speed build.
Speed, yeah, on the fly here.
Right.
And I think I know where my mistake is, in that these do not go in as close. Sit way out here on the outside.
There you go. He's getting there.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
I think the tricky part that I'm running into here is the 1x2s, how they sit down. I don't think they sit down. I think they sit on top next to the windows, if I remember right. Then you've got more of the 1x1s that sit on top. How wide is that? Okay. Yes, it's coming back to me now.
It's coming back.
It's like a song or something. Because I have these little blue 1x1 square tiles that I put. Originally, I had it to where. All right, I'm gonna break for a second and pardon my speed build. When it kind of relates to some of the electrical that you were going over there. If you take these headlight bricks, like we've talked about before, with putting a light in there, then you take a 1x1 with studs on like a 90-degree on two sides. You can run a wire. So this back to back, the stud on that one sits inside.
I'll go find the exact part.
Okay.
Give me a second while he's still talking.
And by doing that, you can run a wire through. So suspense is building. I'll come back to that in 2 seconds after we get the next part. And memory's coming back to me here. We've got one whole side done up, except for the plate. I'm kind of thinking I want to raise that window by one, because this plate can go anywhere. Yes. So this.
Wrong color, but that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. I'm going to jump to this side of the train for a second. if I can find the pieces I need. And there's a 1x1 missing somewhere. Headlight, headlight. Oh, they're all stacked. That would be why it's missing.
You know?
Not a headlight though. It was just a 1x1 brick. So this here, and I'm there in 1 second. All right. The 1x1 with the studs on 2 sides fits right into the back of the headlight brick, and then that one hole goes to the inside of the area. So if you're not able to make a straight back connection to wherever you're needing to go to, use one of those pieces. You can fit a wire in and around, and if I wanted to, I could put some clear, like a lamp, anything. Put it right on there and light it up, and
Or that's the other way to get the lighting through there. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those come in handy a lot for the. This is kind of one of the items I wanted to discuss as you're talking about all this fairy lighting here. Okay. I was working on a truck. And I sent you that video of the truck with the lights flashing.
Yes.
Okay. As I was working on that, I basically ruined 2 of my fairy lights getting them in there because as it pinched, how can I describe this? It went like up and over instead of just between a stud area straight down.
So it broke all this back in here, right?
Yeah, it was like here-ish.
Here-ish.
It's actually close enough that I could solder on and keep using it. So the LED itself isn't dead and all that. But because it had to go up, and when I put the piece down, it stretched the wire and broke it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, if you want to drill through and make life easier,
Joe, don't say so.
It's possible. I didn't yet admit to it. I just said it's possible. Now I take apart that. We're almost there.
He's almost there. Okay.
Now, if you were to bring a Caboose train BrickSlopes, 1, do you think it's a good idea? Put it in the comments. Yes, no. And also put in the comments if you think it's a good idea, what one you would bring. And I don't know. You're more of that train expert side of things than I am. In regards to like different types of cabooses, do you know offhand?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, to me, a caboose is caboose, but for BrickSlopes, I mean, for our BrickSlopes, you can bring any type you want, because it would be classified as rolling stock caboose, of course, and there's no theme, so you can decorate however you want, wherever you want. Put people in it, no people. Open top caboose. I've seen them where they've had the cabooses where they had the like a working caboose, or we want to call it that, where the caboose is on the one end and the other end is actually open, so it's for like workers that taking supplies with them.
Oh,
so I've seen them like that. There's lots of
That's a
different. Yeah, there's lots of different variations of them. So, yeah. I think it's just one of those that, once again, if you decide to bring one, I would talk with whoever's over that this next year to make sure that it's cool that you can put it out there and show it. So I'm sure they'll love to show it off. He is almost there.
so close.
So close.
I had these plates, and I repurposed this little piece that went under here to kind of act as, I don't know even what you call it, but a little
The tanks,
detail,
whatever.
something. I repurposed that for something else, and so this was throwing me off because I thought it went on top of the door to hold it in place. Oh, I broke off part of a piece. But I've got a plate underneath. Yeah. It would be interesting though if you bring a working caboose is what you called it.
Yeah, like your working caboose.
Okay. If you bring a working caboose, I would be interested to see almost like a flatbed truck.
Yeah. I mean, basically, you take that right there, cut it in half, and this over here would have like a little bed, and would have tools in there basically.
Well, that was probably really loud on the microphone. Sorry. And I even did clear studs, or not clear, hollow studs, so that if I put a light in here, that was one of the other options I was thinking of, was through this headlight brick.
Yep.
Being able to run a wire, just no jump right there, maybe even moving it up
Up into the roof, up into the paneling if you want. Lots of options.
You can run it here. Flashing light. Yeah, I built that a little bit quicker than I thought I actually was going to. This sits there. One thing I've noticed on these short trains. Now I build in 6 wide. Brad builds more in 8 wide. And so one of the things that I've noticed with these smaller trains, whether it be cabooses or whether it be little cargo trains that actually like Lego puts out, is that the distance between these wheels makes a huge difference in the resistance of as you're going around corners, especially the R40 corners.
Oh yeah, you can't have the wheelbase too long with it rigid like that, or you have a really hard time.
See how can I prop that up? More Lego. How we can see that also. Not from that angle, but from that angle. Yeah, this is not quite 16 studs. This is 14. Some of the stuff from Lego, if I remember right, is 16. And that's, I would say, a 16 stud base is like the furthest you want to go.
Oh yeah.
With a single like this. Otherwise, I think you can even kind of feel it bind or feel it to where it's not going to make the full corner. It's just giving it a shove.
Yep.
So this little bit shorter is perfect. And then of course
creates a lot of drag, which kills batteries fast. So yep.
What, batteries aren't free?
No.
Speaking of which, batteries. I spent, I don't know, $20 a show in batteries, the disposable ones. And I finally said, screw it. I'm buying rechargeables.
The rechargeables.
I buy, and this is an on-the-fly subject here, I will buy the Energizer rechargeables. There's a difference, just like batteries are not all built the same, rechargeables are not all built the same either. There's the non-main brands, I guess you could call them. They're not necessarily off brands, they're just not the main ones. I have noticed that we'll change out those batteries.
Mm-hmm.
No, just more often.
More often.
Oh yeah.
They still charge just fine.
Oh yeah.
Just more often.
Yeah. I was running one of my trains at the last show we went to for, it was most of the day. I was shocked it was still going because we kind of all looked over at it and we're like, that's the same train from this morning, still going.
Oh wow. That's
and
really
it was
good.
Yeah, it was running for hours. I was shocked. Yeah. The other ones would have been dead after like.
Yeah. Always have if you do have the rechargeables or in the rechargeable Lego packs, like that one there, but just rechargeable. Make sure you have extra. I mean, sometimes they take longer to charge than they do to actually run, so you gotta have like a couple extra backup. So I do that with my BWiz when I run my trains. So I've got I might have 6 trains now. So with that, I've always got 2 running and the other 4 charging. And by the time those two are done, they'll have two that's charged. The other two are still charging. So it's a progress because it takes like an hour and a half to charge, but an hour to run. So you're always charging something.
Well, that's your VWiz, right?
Yeah, that's for VWiz.
VWiz.
VWiz. I don't know.
Whatever what it is.
Yeah.
Because my AA, or excuse me, my AAA rechargeables, if I have my charger that's powered off of USB,
yeah,
all day, it takes forever to charge those suckers.
There you go.
But my wall plugs, half hour, whatever it is. So if you're gonna go to your local convenience store, don't buy the USB rechargeable pack. That was the first one I bought, and I just thought that that's how it was. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I need to go buy some more. And I found secondhand one of the wall warts.
The wall ones.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better. So I still use the USB one because it allows me to move off the power strip and get more stuff plugged in.
Nice.
But yeah, those chargers are running all day long.
Oh yeah. That's a normal occurrence. Everybody's fighting for power cords or extension cords that it shows. When you're running Lego stuff, oh yeah. Even worse over in GBC.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole other.
If
you want to hear about some GBC experiences with power, let me know. Because I'll only share it if you comment down below that you want to hear about it. Because that is a whole discussion that I can go over for a while. So let me know. If you do, cool. We'll go over it.
Yeah, we'll go over it.
But yeah, while we're on the subject of not GBC but batteries.
Okay.
The nugget of knowledge for the day, I guess, is what I was informed that I'll put it up on the screen. That'll be the best way to show what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The rechargeable discharge rate will stay fairly flat and then drop off when it's dead. Whereas like an alkaline regular.
Oh yeah.
It'll slowly go down over time. You'll see your train, it'll be noticeably slowing down.
Slowing down.
So yeah, at least with the regular batteries, you're like, oh, it's slowing down, I need to change it, keep an eye on it, or whatever.
Yeah.
With rechargeables though, it's like, oh, it died in the worst possible place.
In the corner, behind the screens, with all the people. And it's about this far, too far from your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, done that. Been there.
It's almost like we built a train that could help.
I know. I've done that. I've actually sent trains around, hooked onto the other one, and pulled it all the way around to where we can pull it off and fix it. Yeah, good times. Good times.
I think I did bring this up a few weeks ago. I'll bring it up again anyway.
Okay.
Because at the last show, I did talk about this. It's okay. Let's do it again. It's a fun story.
It's fine, yeah.
The box car that I have, I put the powered up motor and box into a box car, and it just pushes my crocodile engine. So we sent the box car around to the other side of the loop to go rescue a train. So it was pretty funny just watching this box car go whoo, all the way around, like full speed. Yeah.
At least it didn't derail. Because it's going around
the box car.
Yeah, because it's going at full speed around the corner. So at least it didn't derail.
Which it totally could, because it's a little more top heavy.
Yeah.
The batteries in there.
Yeah, then you have to save two things, not just the one.
We're gonna shut down the rails.
The show's over, everybody. Everybody's got to go home. We got a major derailment happening here. So yeah.
I don't think we talked about on the show. Now I can claim not ignorance. I can claim immunity, whatever you want to call it, because I wasn't there. But it was my section of the train loop that I have a switch on, and it was switched the wrong way. And so the very first time the train went around the loop, it went down the wrong track, crashed. They had to run around, take plexi off, go fix stuff.
There's so many. Okay. If you run a train, you're actually in charge of the track it runs on. And you have to make sure the switches are switched right. There's so many times where, like for instance, I don't know, the first BrickSlopes I did with you 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
You're talking about my mod loop?
Anyway, when I backed up, I realized...
Not naming any names.
Yeah. Yeah. Going forward did great through the switch area. I had to back up. Well, yeah, the switch wasn't switched right. Backed right into your little
Yeah, my little shed.
shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
awesome.
now
So
we got a picture of it. I'll put it up right now. This is what you're looking at is the full size big boy engine going around an R40 curve. It went slowly, so it made it inside this shed. Like,
which is a little too short for the shed.
I designed it for 6 wide.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
minimum 8 wide
So-
engine.
Anyway, so tip of the day, another tip of the day: when you're on a train, you make sure all the switches are the right direction as you go. At least one loop around. Then after that, you're good to go. It was a branch line loop.
Yeah.
It was actually really cool. The way he had it going. So he got the main loop on the outside, the two main loops. Yeah, the main line. And he had his little shed where it had sensors on it. So it was going the opposite way. And there was a loop that just came right on and went right back off. So what happened was you'd have the main train go around, and then this one in between, as it sensed the train would go by, then it would activate his train, and he'd go opposite, so that way it'd come out, and then catch that
Yeah, the trains were going opposite directions on the same track.
on the same track, just
So that
a
way-
section of it.
Yeah, like literally this long.
So that way it'd catch the switch and go back into the train shed.
Yep.
And it'd do it like a couple times until it sensed the other train coming. Then it'd stop because he's cool that way. He can program stuff to do that. To stop. So the other train would go past the switch and click it backwards, and it'd just keep going. No issue. But when you try to come backwards, then it tries to go into that shed. So that was the issue. Then it took a little bit to get the timing right on the signals too. And if you slow down the main train going on the outside loop, because he would have the signal set for so many seconds, so it'd kick it, see it, then it'd do a countdown, and then it'd run his program. So if you slow down the main train, they didn't know that. It would just count down, and all of a sudden here comes this train, and the other train's still right in front of the shed. We learned a lot that
We did. Yeah.
so.
I don't know that it's going to change form. The functionality will still be there to do that, but it won't be on the main line anymore.
Basically, it was a fun playing chicken with trains, LEGO trains.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
We only had a few crashes.
So it was good times.
Well, I'm not in for any more crashes, so I might just
Yeah.
crash at home, and that might be it. Off to bed for me.
I know, right? So probably been long enough. Call it a night, I think.
Yep.
So till next time, make sure to subscribe, write those comments. We'd like to hear them. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
catch you next time.
All right. Thanks for watching.